recording.
What's poppin' in pop culture?
Hey everybody, welcome to Phandom Nights podcast YouTube channel. Phandom
Nights.
Yeah, Phandom Nights. Welcome everybody to our news episode where we talk about what's poppin' in pop culture. Thanks, Chris. I like that. I'm Sherman.
I'm Dustin.
And I am Chris.
Huge week, this
Yes,
guys. I've been excited since like Monday
To talk about all this stuff.
to talk about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit, some smaller stuff. What do we got going on this week?
Well, we'll start something light. I didn't mention this a second ago, but two age-related things. Carl Weathers had his birthday this last week.
Happy birthday.
What has he got, like 50 something?
Actually, I
58,
don't know.
59?
I think he's
How old
closer
he
to
is.
60s.
Yeah, 73. Wow.
What?
Yeah, okay.
73.
Price is right.
Price is right.
So, and then the other...
Man, he does not look like he's 70.
He's good for his age right now.
And the other minor thing, Mark Hamill, as of 4 days ago, as of 4 days ago, is now older than Alec Guinness was when he filmed A New Hope.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Makes you kind of feel old, but I don't know. It's
Well, I mean, because
the movies were before all of us.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
We
so-
can't really have a
'cause
real...
episode
Yeah.
4 came out in what,
Connection.
74?
What?
79.
79?
Yeah.
79.
How
Or no,
so?
70
How old
Wait, the original
is
is
Mark
77.
Hamill?
Original 77, 80,
A New Hope?
83. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So how old is Mark Hamill then? Like
I actually don't know.
60?
Why don't I know this?
How old's Mark Hamill, Dustin?
Pressure. 61.
He's
4.
64.
Wait,
That's what I said.
Mark Hamill, he was 64 when The Force Awakens was released. So
69.
69. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Little minor age-related things, but it was just kind of cool that both those happened in the same week. So,
Right.
Dustin, what do you got?
Do you want me to do this one here?
Yeah.
All right. Are you sure you don't? You seem pretty pumped about it. So.
No, I just saw it, so you go.
Okay. So Marvel released some new MCU runtimes for the next future TV shows that are going to be coming out. She-Hulk is going to have 10 episodes at 30 minutes apiece.
22 minutes each, to be exact, if WandaVision is anything to go off of.
Dude, oh my
Oh,
god.
is it credits?
Yeah.
Did you
There's
look
7
how-
minutes of credits.
Yeah!
We'll talk about it later.
That
but
bugged
jeez.
the heck
Yes,
out of
it
me.
did.
Firestorm already.
No,
Alright.
seriously, I'm like,
She-Hulk,
I
10
don't need it.
minutes.
I don't need
10
like the
episodes of-
German and like the Brazilian
Yeah.
Portuguese and the French, and
Some
I'm like,
people need those, Sherman. It's
some
important.
people put them in their respective countries.
These people clearly don't care about diversity here at Phandom Nights.
I'm not saying that. Like I said, put them in their respective like regions. Like, I don't need 5 minutes of credits. This isn't
Yeah.
an Endgame.
I know. So when they say,
Oh, that's a little...
so when they say, that's funny. So when they
This is an
say
endgame.
30 minutes, it's just like, oh, okay. Now I have to think in my head, oh, it's not a 30-minute episode. It's a 20-something minute episode. Cause yeah.
Well, whenever they give the runtime for stuff, I always factor out 5 minutes of credits in my mind.
Yeah.
Just to be safe. But the next show we got is Loki. It's going to feature 6 episodes, and it's going to be 40 to 50 minutes long, so a little longer than the She-Hulk, but, well, I mean, probably if you average it out with the time and amount of episodes, they're probably the same amount of time, but, I don't know. So, again, probably closer to like 42 minutes or whatever you're saying.
Especially because, like, I feel like that one is going to have... She-Hulk, I see as having a lot more... Not as much, like, CGI. Is, I mean, considering, like, it's mainly, like... Because her shape never changes.
Oh, right.
Like, she doesn't transform like the Hulk does.
Right.
I heard they were going to do Professor Hulk in that show, too.
Like...
I mean, it makes
like
sense.
Endgame version
Of
Hulk in
Bruce
the
Banner?
She-Hulk.
It makes
Right.
sense to have him in there. I mean, why? Yeah. But
I think it's going to give more backstory to Hulk and She-Hulk, but Hulk too.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
The next series we got is The Moon Knight, which Oscar Isaac will be
I know.
dubbing the role. It's going to be six episodes of 40 to 50 minutes, so
I thought
42
you
minutes.
were about to say 6 minutes.
42 minutes long.
42 episodes and 6 minutes each.
That'd be crazy. The next show, and the final show that they talked about, was The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is coming out March 15th, right?
Yeah.
Those are going to feature 6 episodes at 42 minutes long.
So yeah, 6, 6, 6, and 10.
Right.
But Winter Soldier's coming out in March. Loki's coming out in May of this year, and then the other 2 are next year sometime.
Now, have they released anything about, like, with the trailer having been played for Loki? Who do they hint at what organization he works for?
Who, Loki?
Loki?
Yeah.
I don't think it hints at anything.
Okay.
Other than he's jumped around in different realities or times or whatever it is.
Well, they hint at him being like prisoner, but like essentially being like released on like work duty. Essentially.
Yeah. I heard that.
In the trailer.
Yeah,
they even
yeah.
talk
Hopefully
about
it's
that.
like a version of like Sliders or something like that, or Quantum Leap, sort of.
I don't think it's gonna be
That'd be
Quantum Leap
weird.
because it feels more of like a time traveling version of like Men in Black because he's always in that suit.
Anytime anyone talks about Quantum Leap, I think they're talking about Sliders because I'm not very familiar with Quantum Leap. But I watched Sliders a lot when I was a kid. It was just on.
I'm the exact opposite. I've seen
know.
every single episode of Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
What do you got for a
what do you
news
got?
story, Sherman?
Well, mine is kind of the big one because I've read over and over again like the interview with.
Well, we're on Marvel, so yeah, let's just. Jump on Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, so we've got approved Deadpool 3 as part of the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I've seen so many people like putting up their own like fan art and their own posters and things that they're all designing, like kind of making fun of Disney with Deadpool
Does
in it.
this mean that Deadpool 1 and 2 will now be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I'm kind of curious because I'm assuming Deadpool 3 is going to be taking place after Doctor Strange. So I'm wondering if that's how they're...
1 or 2?
No, 2. Multiverse of Madness. So that's how I'm wondering if they're going to bring in Deadpool.
They're clearly taking in multiple.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're
putting Deadpool in this, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's going to be...
I feel like it's going to be in his own stuff going on, and then like at the end or at some point in the movie, he's going to be like, "Whoa!" Then some crazy stuff happened, and then now I'm here.
But imagine like MCU with like the numerous fourth wall breaks.
Yeah.
That like it's going to be like actually like the comics finally. But it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's the first actual MCU movie that's going to be R-rated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official MCU movie. Which...
Unless you count all the Netflix shows with their MA reading or whatever.
Are they?
I thought they were. No, maybe they're not actually. I don't know. But first R rating for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So...
For a movie, at least.
I mean, that's the first one. And then... So then we've got Black Panther 2.
Yep.
Which I did not know what you said earlier.
It's been confirmed that Doctor Doom is going to debut in Black Panther 2. And that was exclusive per Phandom Wire. That they got the exclusive interview on that one. And that's pretty much the whole story is Doctor Doom's going to be in it. We don't know what capacity. We don't know who's going to play him.
So,
like that,
well, because...
Wouldn't it be cool if it's the same actor as from the first Fantastic Four?
that would be cool. What was that guy's name?
Just tie in the multiverse even more.
They might as well. I mean, they're going all in with this stuff.
I'm sure the guy's probably down to do it.
Yeah. But what else was part of that interview?
Well, now that my phone decides to shut down.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm sorry. Oh, so this this movie is going to be diving deeper into the history and vastness of the actual whole country of Wakanda. So it's going to be more centrally located as opposed to like the first one where it's like traveling to different areas. They're not,
and that jives with the rumor that I heard that all the Black Panther 2 is going to be a team of Black Panthers with different specialties and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so they're still trying to work on like the final script of it because they're trying to figure out a way to like do a nice like remembrance for Chadwick Boseman in the show. or in the movie. So it's not finalized yet, but
No, my question is, how do you do that without implying death?
right.
Yeah, what the heck?
You know what I mean?
Especially because he specifically says
if you're doing it in the movie, I can see if you're just like R.I.P. at the end.
Here's
Or
the really
maybe,
tough part.
maybe they're just like the multiverse of madness is just going to completely screw up everything, and they're going to be like, oh, what do you mean there was one Black Panther? There's always been a team of them, you know? Like maybe they're going to do something like that.
Because they've on record he said that there's not going to be like a CGI Chadwick Boseman. There's not going to be a recasting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I mean, how do you handle that cinematically?
Cinematically,
Right.
it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something. There's been rumors of a triple war between Wakanda, Latveria, and Atlantis, hinted at or rumored for a really long time with Black Panther 2, and part of that comes from Avengers Endgame when they're talking about that earthquake under the ocean, and
Isn't Atlantis DC though?
No. So
Atlantis is in Marvel as well.
So that means Namor.
The Submariner. He hasn't been in any.
He hasn't been shown yet in the MCU.
Yeah, he was a big comic book character.
Do you think this
early.
could be an introduction to him, maybe?
That as soon as people in Endgame heard about the earthquakes under the ocean and I want to say Scarlet Witch, but not Scarlet Witch. Scarlett Johansson's character,
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Good lord! As soon as she was like, "How do we handle this?" and the gal from Wakanda is like, "It's under the ocean. We don't handle it." It's like, oh, it's
As
them,
in, like, they know.
Yeah, it's them hinting at
There's
Atlantis
somebody else.
and some other stuff getting happening there. So ever since then, it's been hinted at that there's going to be a war between Atlantis and Wakanda and possibly Latveria now, because Latveria is the home of Doctor Doom. So that's, I don't know. There's so many rumors about these movies, and that's kind of what our show is. We should call it Phandom Nights Rumors instead of Phandom Nights News sometimes.
This is the episode where we talk about rumors.
Let's just talk about rumors. Did
How
you
about in the
hear
title we
what
just
Feige
change
said?
it to news and rumors?
Oh, there you go. Phandom Nights News and Rumors. There you go.
Whoa, crazy!
Hashtag rumor not rumor question mark.
There you go. Social media it up. All right. What else we got from that meeting?
From that specific one, talks about X-Men being in coming up.
Which we've all known or figured because they bought Fox, but yeah.
Well, it's tough because he specifically says, "I can't tell you anything before we actually announced it, but rest assured the discussions have been long and ongoing internally." So they're like,
well, yeah, they got to figure out a way to bring mutants into this all of a sudden. Like, okay, so they just all of a sudden
It's in a separate
mutants
another
are-
multiverse.
I
It
know.
has to, because mutants haven't been mentioned in 23 movies.
Right?
It has
Yeah,
to be a completely new universe.
yeah.
well,
think-
once
do you
again,
think-
Multiverse of Madness, I think he is literally just gonna like,
I think,
all right, screw it, let's do whatever.
I think the Multiverse of Madness is going to be the explanation
chaos.
of.
It's a game changer, yeah.
It's going to be explain the multiverse more in depthly, and then all these side things are going to come from it. Just like the Mandalorian.
So, was there anything else that you have about Marvel, Sherman?
Rumors for Spider-Man 3, Secret Invasion.
What about it?
So
Oh, I think I heard something with that.
yeah, so Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, the guy from the Krull from
Oh, okay. From
Captain Marvel.
Okay, yeah.
He so they want to work to bring them in to possibly do Secret Invasion. The problem is, in the comics, Secret Invasion has like every Marvel character involved.
Yeah.
So he specifically says that things would be scaled back a bit.
Yeah, instead of taking over the whole world or a large portion of it, it'd be like a town or something.
The other thing is he would like it to be more of like a movie, because it's a bigger event that seems better suited towards the big screen as opposed to like a series on Disney Plus. So it's kind of like, I guess, put on the back burner for now.
Yeah. With Marvel, I got two kind of minor things, but just confirmed actors. speaking of Moon Knight, Ethan Hawke is going to play the villain opposite Oscar Isaac in Moon Knight.
Have they named the villain?
They don't know what villain it is, no. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of cool. Ethan Hawke, good actor. And the other rumor, because it's not actually confirmed by Disney, but it is, I mean, he's been on set. Charlie Cox has been on set of Spider-Man 3. So the actor who played Daredevil in Daredevil on Netflix is going to be in Spider-Man 3. Another confirmed character who's going to be in Spider-Man 3. I cannot wait for this movie to come out because there's going to be so many people in this movie. It's crazy.
But I've heard things about.
But we don't know if he's going to be Daredevil or if he's just going to be his lawyer or something like that.
And that's just it, because like they asked Kevin Feige about that during his interview about like the Netflix shows that they had done.
Yeah, and
he's like, well, we've already, with everything that we announced like a year and a half ago, and then at the investors meeting like a couple weeks ago, he's like, that's kind of been put on the back burner. Like everything we've announced is our focus right now.
Sure,
but we're not ruling things out either.
Yeah.
So,
cool. Well, Dustin, what else do you got?
I had a couple things about the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
So, there is apparently news that Chris Evans is in contract to play Captain America again.
Yeah, I didn't save any one of those because it was complete rumors, but it sounded pretty almost confirmed. It's like, oh, there's talks of this. Then I saw one thing saying it was confirmed, and then I'm like,
I just like the quotes that came with it. Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon, says the show walks the line of who is going to take up the shield if Steve isn't coming back.
I guess you could take that literally, but when we're talking, I mean, yeah, we're just gonna talk about news if Dustin isn't here. Wait a minute, does that mean he might come back? And I don't know.
See, the tough part is, especially with Multiverse of Madness, like you could literally say, yeah, what if?
Yeah,
anything is literally possible right
now. Yeah.
Because like, what happens in Multiverse of Madness if like it's a different Steve Rogers, but it's still played by Chris Evans?
Because I saw a video.
Because it'd be the same person.
I saw a video recently of someone proving that there was 5 Captain Americas in 2012 in New York all at once. I'll have to show you the video after.
I gotta watch this.
That
sounds interesting.
It's some guy that proved that there's 5 Steve Rogers.
I want to watch.
I want to watch that video.
I just saw a social media post about, and then like the link to the video, but I didn't watch the actual video. He's just in the description. It was like, watch this video. It's all about like me proving like
one of two things is going to happen when we watch this. Though,
how cool would that be if when they shot the original Avengers and Endgame, they put little Captain Americas in the background and no one on the internet has seen it yet? And then when we go back to like analyze it, we're like, dude, they planned out the whole thing. They had 5 Captain Americas.
I wouldn't be surprised with how in depth Marvel is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of I just restarted the first Iron Man movie over the weekend.
Okay.
And I'm kind of tempted to just like take it super slow through every movie and just be like, pause, no, pause.
I don't think they were thinking that in depth back then, but
But I mean, like,
I'd say from like middle of phase 2 on, like maybe after Age of Ultron, I think is when things.
See, it's really tough though because they try to do like comic book Easter eggs that like in the early movies were like, oh, like fans will probably really enjoy this, but then like at the start of phase 2, they're like, no, wait, we put that in that movie, we could probably use that now. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, what did they like think was gonna just be like some whatever,
right?
But all of a sudden it turns out to be like some huge thing.
Yeah, like the shield in Iron Man 2 or whatever, that Captain America's shield all turns into like, oh, see, there was a Captain America that was, cool.
That's really all I got from Marvel.
Yeah, that's all I got from Marvel as well.
With this Star Wars thing, from the same interview with Kevin Feige. So I don't know if you saw that during the interview. So he didn't say what the title was, but they're apparently reported to be working on a Star Wars movie, which was just added the Loki writer.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So written by the same guy who's doing the show.
Yep.
But like they asked him like more details about it, and he's just like, no. nothing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, I saw something too about. The Charlie Cox thing. When they asked him about if Charlie Cox is going to be in Spider-Man 3, he just sat there in awkward silence for like 5 seconds. That's what I saw on one of the pages here.
That's funny. But he's been seen on set now, so we know he's in there.
Right.
So an awkward silence from him means there's something happening, sure.
Yeah, if you can't say nothing,
Yeah.
it's kind
so like he got because he got like tight-lipped, but then like the way he explained it was everything you've heard about it has already been leaked. Like,
True.
It's not stuff that we've officially announced or gotten into. So suffice to say, the focus is all on the number of Marvel things we're working on. The what, where, when, and how of that Star Wars movie, I don't know. I'm excited for the Book of Boba Fett and Rogue One show, and the Obi-Wan show, and Patty's movie, and Taika's movie, after Thor, Love and Thunder, of course. So this new Star Wars movie is going to be like way down the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which one? Taika's, because the Rogue Squadron is going to be 2023.
Oh, so this one's probably going to be way later than that. The unannounced one.
What do you mean?
Because the one that has the
one with the Loki writer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be... Well, who knows, but...
Who knows, yeah.
Because Kevin Feige's was coming up, I think, in the next two. We forgot that Rian Johnson still has a trilogy, too. That's never been...
I think that's completely off the books now. Hopefully not.
It has never been deconfirmed or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So who's to say? But
Yeah. Now we're...
whoa, where did we come from? Weird edit number 3.
All right, so that's all the Marvel stuff.
Yep.
So much for raw and unedited, huh?
What do you got for... What else do you got, Dustin? 'Cause
Okay.
that's all I got.
I gotta steal the Star Wars thunder here.
Go for it.
Because I'm the Star Wars guy. So Lucasfilm recently just announced that Lucasfilm Games is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So Lucasfilm Games and Ubisoft, who are the creators of The Division,
Yep.
they're making an open-world, story-driven Star Wars game that will be in partnership with Ubisoft's Massive Entertainment. So, pretty excited. They also reported that there's going to be a number of future projects, with more to be announced in the next year or so.
That's cool. Do you think it's going to... Well, I suppose we don't know anything about it, but do you think it's going to be a open galaxy Star Wars game, or just like a single world, like on Coruscant or something?
Good point. I think it'll be probably a mix of probably a Jedi Fallen Order type, where there's a couple of different planets that are open world.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be... Well, I don't know how open world it is, because Jedi Fallen Order is technically a story-driven open world game too, but there is limits to it. So it just depends on the limits of the game, I guess.
Because if they could do like an open world version of like where it's like Star Wars meets No Man's Sky, that would be cool.
That would be...
Work on that.
That would be impossible to do, though, because No Man's Sky, when they fly away, like, the universe is being created as you're flying away.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but Star Wars, the galaxy has a map to it, you know what I mean? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you could do this. You could still have
unknown
flyable
regions or something, yeah.
Well, you could still have flyable regions around the planets and stuff, but then once... You're obviously not going to go, what did Mando say? Low light speed or whatever. Like when you go to or hyperspace or whatever, when you travel into hyperspace, all you have to do is just do a little small loading screen or something over there.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to physically travel through.
So I mean, like it could be an open world, but like instead of like constant creating like Minecraft or No Man's Sky did, you'd have like
constant generation. Just do
So didn't
a loading screen like you would into the old style games when you'd open a door enter the outside or whatever.
Yeah.
That is exactly why like game developers do that.
What?
Like anytime have you ever noticed in like role playing games or like any game where like you have to like enter and exit like rooms a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Like the reason they slow down or like have like that like kind of like slow-mo almost is for the game to like load what's coming next.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, do that.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's exciting because EA.
But everything needs to be so fast and instant these days. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
But EA had exclusive rights to Star Wars, didn't they? I thought they did.
With like, I don't know if it's an
Like
exclusive,
Battlefront
right?
and all them. Yeah.
Because they did the 2 Battlefronts, but then Respawn did Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they have any
Oh, that's right.
exclusives.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Forgot about
well,
that.
because EA wasn't behind like Knights of the Old Republic, was it?
Well, that was a while ago.
that was a while ago, and I don't think.
Yeah, but
it
I mean, like
was.
the first Battlefront was forever ago too.
Yeah.
That's a good. I think they were. I think the first Battlefront was made by Lucasfilm Games.
Disney to EA. I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it further.
Nice.
That would be funny. Yeah, that's all the.
I got one small thing. Liam Neeson said he said sure I'd be up for that to be in the new Obi-Wan thing.
Yes,
So-
I saw that. Everyone's like,
hopefully
make it
some
happen.
fresh ones. Yeah, make it happen, people.
Yeah.
I know you don't like Star Trek, but like it just made me think of like Picard. Make it so.
Gosh.
You're just upset that I brought Star Trek into a Star Wars.
Dude, I just had to bring this up. Did you see that Claudia Gray? Did you see that interview she did on Zoom or whatever? There was some. I don't remember what the interview was, but
It was for the Project Luminous stuff. I think.
yeah, and she did an interview about the High Republic, and then her sign off was, "Okay, everybody, goodbye, goodbye," and everyone's like, "Do you know what you're writing books for? Like, you just did the Star Trek symbol in the Star Wars," which maybe she was doing it as a joke, but
Just
I was
trolling
just like,
at the end.
Knowing me from researching her and her personality and following her
Yeah.
on social media, that's something she'd do.
"Oh, like,
She's
okay."
kind of. Who do
I just saw the
who is
like
she
screenshot, and I'm like, "Wait a minute."
Do you remember Sharon from church that Graham used
Yeah.
to hang with? She's
Uh-huh.
got like that kind of sense of humor.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, I don't know.
But
That's
I can
like the
also
closest I can
see
explain
I
it.
can also see her getting the thing mixed up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even if you were
man.
like that diehard into the lore and like that you're writing it, you could still I don't know. That's
Oh,
just as funny.
that the Light of the Jedi that came out. I bought
Mhm.
an exclusive out of print thing that they had. It was like a exclusive artwork that they had, and
Mhm.
it's signed by Charles Soule, and it came with High Republic socks and a pin.
Nice. Are you wearing them? Oh, that's just
I'm not gonna wear those.
I'm not gonna wear them. They're gonna stay in packaging forever.
Oh,
I get it. No, I totally get it. Like,
yeah. Some things. Are
there's
like a
there's certain
shelf.
things I'm never opening up.
Yeah. Especially that Funko Pop that my dad got me. Oh, yeah, cool. So Dad got in a Star Wars Celebration thing, exclusive email thing to buy a Funko Pop. It was a glow-in-the-dark Obi-Wan from, like, Alec Guinness one.
Oh, like a Force Ghost one?
It looked like a Force Ghost, but it was also glow-in-the-dark. It didn't say exclusively, like, a Force Ghost on it,
Oh,
but it
okay.
said Obi-Wan glow-in-the-dark, and it was kind of transparent.
Okay.
But Dominic sent me a text. He's like, "Yeah, do you see this? They're going for $500 on eBay." I'm like, holy cow!
Whoa.
Yeah, that's never
He
coming
bought
out
it
of the
for
box.
$10.
What?
Dominic's like,
Are you gonna sell it?
Dominic collects Funko Pops like crazy. He's got like over 100 or 200,
So-
and he was like, "Get a protector on that ASAP." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "It's up to you, man. But if I were you, I'd get a protector for it." I'm like, "All right."
Do you get you? I don't
I'm gonna
collect
start collecting
Funko
Funkos.
Pops. Do you? I don't understand. Is it just to have them and display them, or what's
Right.
the?
Yeah.
Because they're like bobbleheads, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. It's just-
Their heads don't move though.
I thought they did.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
No, they don't.
Oh. Okay. So
They're just modeled after the bobblehead.
So
Huh.
what bugs me is I want to know. I wish there was like a way you could tell prior to buying them if like something is in the head though. Because like, have you seen videos about that?
No.
Like people
like
will
cameras?
like people. No, not cameras, but like people. What's the one that I saw? Somebody popped open, like you boil it, so it loosens the plastic up,
Okay.
and then they pop. No, I know, right? But then they pop the head off, and there's something hidden inside the head.
What was it?
Dude, there's.
Is that what the Funko Pop is?
Maybe, because like it changes from figure to figure.
Like there's a toy or something?
Yeah.
Or what?
I'll show you some videos after this.
Dude,
But-
I think that's what the Funko. I think that's what the Funko Pop is. You're supposed to pop off the head.
Because like I literally.
What's the pop for?
There's
Other than like
Pop
pop culture.
That's what it is.
So
No, it's the pop. Get out of here.
You're like, oh, actually, that makes sense.
So there's a guy on TikTok who literally
It's gotta
does
be
this,
fake.
and
It's-
he literally like cuts off like the faces and stuff, and like will pull.
You
I know,
do you
right?
Remember?
Yeah, I've never seen a
From The
magician
Office?
do the same thing.
No,
I'm just saying.
Do you remember The Office when Dwight cuts the face off the CPR doll?
I don't care how many times I watch that episode. Every time I'll watch that scene and I can't stop laughing.
Yeah, same.
Chest compressions. It pulls out a knife out of nowhere.
All 9 seasons are not free on Peacock, only the first 2.
Oh, no. So you have to subscribe to watch them all?
You have to pay for the premium version. NBC.
Sucks to suck.
That sucks.
Yeah. My mom created an account for nothing.
Delete that app. I'm not going to pay for that.
Not just to have The Office?
Yeah.
I'll just buy them on DVD someday.
Oh, that stinks.
So back to news. Do you guys have anything
Oh,
else?
yeah. It's kind of just funny.
I saw this too.
So Bill Burr, who plays Miggs Mayfield in the Star Wars The Mandalorian, he was getting a lot of backlash for having the Boston accent in Star Wars, and so he says, "What about English? Isn't that a little weird if you went to a galaxy far, far away? What about the fact that Han Solo was talking to Bigfoot? That was all fine." And I was like, "Yeah, fair play. Who's to say that?" And I even commented on some people who were complaining about this on Facebook, and I'm like, well, technically there's no Boston in Star Wars, so technically that's not a Boston accent.
Right. Yeah.
It's just an accent.
It's just, yeah.
Joke's on you. That's Section 4 of South Coruscant.
Right. Oh, yeah. Or what if, yeah.
Because, I mean, like, Coruscant as a planet is an entire city.
Layers, bro.
Yeah. But
especially the underworld.
But I'm saying, like, how do you, like...
There's
kind of like how
there has to be accents in the Star Wars universe.
Well, just like...
Because, I mean... in America alone, there's like 20 different accents.
Yeah.
And that's just one country that speaks English. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, so you go to just New York, for example. It's broken down to like you've got Bronx, Brooklyn, like all the different like little places. Every one of them sounds different, just in like New York alone.
Yeah.
But a whole planet.
Yeah. Yeah. What else you got, Dustin?
So, that Olivia Hack, who I briefly talked to on Instagram.
No big deal.
No big deal. No big deal. I was also talking to a professional WNBA basketball player the other day. No big deal. But, so...
You're that one fan in the Family Guy episode. Yay! Nothing against WNBA. It was a funny show.
You remember that Saturday thing where they were going to be, the whole cast of Avatar was going to be doing a Zoom call thing?
Yeah.
So during that Zoom call, the voice actress for Ty Lee, Olivia Hack, she said about the Netflix adaptation, she said that they're not really adding onto it or expanding the universe at all. They're just doing the exact same thing. And they said
she did say that?
She said that she spoke for everyone there, too. That the whole cast doesn't really think they're doing anything special with this whole Netflix live-action thing. But they're very adamant on what the actual creators are going to come up for next.
Huh. So they're basically like, yeah, we made a deal with Netflix. They're just
to do a live action.
They're going to do
they
something.
can still do animation stuff with Nickelodeon again.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I got for Avatar World.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have any other news stories. So
okay.
Keep going.
I don't know who. I don't know who put it out. I should have put that on there. Oh, Amazon Studios. They released their official synopsis for the Lord of the Rings series that they're doing because they have the rights for that or something.
I actually watched a guy who is almost like an expert on obscure Lord of the Rings fags talk about this. I was so pumped when I heard about it.
They had the official synopsis saying, Amazon Studios' forthcoming series brings to screens for the very first time the heroic legend of the fabled Second Age of Middle-earth's history. This epic drama is set thousands of years before the events of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and will take viewers back to an era in which great powers were forged, kingdoms rose to glory and fell to ruin. Unlikely heroes were tested, hope hung by the finest of threads, and the greatest villain that ever flowed from Tolkien's pen threatened to cover all the world in darkness. Beginning in a time of relative peace, the series follows an ensemble cast of characters, both familiar and new, as they confront the long, feared re-emergence of evil to Middle-earth. From the darkest depths of the Misty Mountains to the majestic forests of the elf capital of Lindon to the breathtaking island kingdom of Numenor?
Numenor.
That. To the furthest reaches of the map. These kingdoms and characters will carve out legacies that live on long after they are gone.
New and old characters.
So because
like Gandalf, probably Elrond,
and
Yeah.
Galadriel.
and Galadriel will
They're
be
probably the
around.
only ones old enough. Probably.
Other
So
than Sauron, like he's around.
So-
and-
How old is What's his name? I might put in a space.
this is gonna be pre, like evil Sauron though. So like his
Oh.
original like super gorgeous like Valar.
well, he was
body.
always evil, but he wasn't like he was like the evil lord's like henchman at one point. So maybe this is gonna be,
But like this is
That
gonna be like his
story.
original body though.
huh? Yeah.
Like
Interesting.
yeah.
That's all I got for news.
But you guys know what Numenor is though, right?
No.
So Numenor is where like towards the west, the Undying Lands that the elves sail to.
Like towards LA or?
So like because elves are technically like immortal.
Right.
Yeah.
So like in the early days of Middle Earth, there were 2 continents. You have like Middle Earth, which is where like most of stuff happens. Numenor was another island, like continent to the west that people would, or the elves would sail to like spend the rest of their days.
Sure.
And that's where Aragorn's ancestors come from,
Oh.
because that's where the Dunedain came from.
Okay.
Which is why like their people like he's like 85 when
Yeah.
know,
Right.
the Fellowship happens. But it's gonna be awesome.
I'm very glad that they're not just redoing Lord of the Rings. That they're doing a whole different.
Yeah, this is gonna be like
That's-
end of Silmarillion kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. That is very exciting. I was like, okay, they could redo the whole. You just were talking about they finally have a synopsis for Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, I think we know what happens. I think I know. It's like spoilers. The ring gets destroyed in the end. Oh, okay.
Really?
I thought you were literally going to read that there's a hobbit who goes on a wild adventure, and I was going to be like, okay.
There's an elf that shows up and a dwarf.
Yeah.
It was like almost going over your head, but a little hair stuck to it. They were just keeping it there.
No, I'm excited. That's awesome. But yeah, I think that's all we got for news. So
Sherman.
I got one more thing actually. Super
Whoa!
small. Sorry.
What do you
So
got?
like I told you guys last week, I was kind of super excited at first. Not so much now, but like the newest book for Dungeons and Dragons got released or announced this week, and it's called Candlekeep Mysteries. So it's literally got like I want to say like 15 to 20 different authors involved in this because it's a book full of short stories or like one shot like adventures for people to like run. So like if you need like something to like as a dungeon master, if you're like I don't know what to do this week, well, you can be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna take page 5 out of this book.
Story, yeah, that's kind of cool.
But it's a bunch of like little like short like mystery kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
that's people D&D fans were very disappointed.
That's what the news
That-
was.
Well, because I'm not even joking. I've seen so many comments about people are like, can we get like something from a different campaign setting? Like we're done. We're kind of tired of the Forgotten Realms. Like, can we get like this campaign, this one, nothing? Like,
Yeah.
just stop making these. But yeah, that's it. That's all you guys got.
That's all I got.
Thanks everybody for watching. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tinder, TikTok.
There's no Tinder. It was a brief joke for like 2 hours.
You said we're on Apple Podcasts?
Apple Podcasts, Spotify
Spotify.
Podcasts,
Anywhere you get podcasts.
Yeah,
Pocket
sure.
Cast.
Pocket Cast. There's something about a cat. That one too. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
But yeah, that's what's popping in pop culture. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.
May the force be with you always.